Mike, I appreciate that. And I wanted to be duly noted that I offered you two jobs. I offered you the job at um, UMass Lowell, and then I offered you a job at Fairleigh Dickinson University. So there are a lot of commonalities today. I coached, just to show my age, I coached Baker Dunleavy at 5-star. Um, so I'm getting old, but I still love what I do. And I really believe that um, the coaching community now needs to rally together. And Mike, you doing this clinic and for such a good cause. I've donated and my time and my effort and my love towards you and your foundation. And I think everyone out there at some point needs to go to your golf tournament, needs to donate because you save lives. That's what you do. And basketball is just a small part of this world. And your transition to the In a Heartbeat Foundation has been sensational. Your story is incredible. And I just hope more and more people follow it, believe in it, and support it. Um, so talking about basketball today during the pandemic and just puts things in perspective. It really does. But at least it gives us an outlet to talk about something healthy and something that gives us all hope. And, Baker did an awesome job. Baker's a great young coach that can really, really coach offense, and his affiliation with Jay. And when I say Jay Wright, and then Jay Young, a really dear friend. We go way back, and we're all connected. Everyone watching out there is connected in some way, shape, or form, and basketball brings us together. Today we're going to be talking about fast break and early offense. So we'll try to pull it up to the screen. But before I really get into it, it's really important to understand that you guys are all smarter than I am. So I'm not here trying to tell you, what to do. What I'm here to do is give you the option. You have to, for the most part, you have to follow, what you love and teach that and believe in that. So fast break and early offense for me, I grew up in New Jersey, and that's how we played basketball. I think it's fun. I think people share. I mean, everyone can run to a certain degree. You run faster, you get early offense, you get better shots. But as a coach, you have to do what you believe. Like Jay is a tremendous defensive coach, and he said it himself. They have to work on their offense. Guess what? We have to work on our defense. But you have to follow your passion. And our passion at Fairleigh Dickinson is we try to get three things from our players to accomplish. And number one is get a meaningful degree. Number two is win championships. And number three, quite honestly, is to get professional contracts. And once you clearly define what you're trying to do with your players and that you're on their side, they'll believe in you and they'll follow, and your staff will follow. I have a tremendous staff. Bruce Hamburger's a Big East. He was on the bench at the Seton Hall, Michigan game. Maurice Joseph is a head Atlantic 10 coach, great player, Michigan State. At Vermont, Pete Lapis is one of the hardest workers in America. His dad won the first Big East championship at Villanova. And Darius Stokes played at Iowa. His dad's the third leading scorer in Iowa history. Have basketball people around you. And then that culture that you form will just resonate in your players, and you'll speak the same language. And we've been lucky. The last 5 years, we won two conference championships and a regular season championship. And we're not perfect. And we have to guard better. We're rebounding better. But offensively, we've been good the last few years. We've led the conference in league in field goal percentage and 3-point field goal percentage. We have the highest 3-point field goal shooter, Brandon Powell, who, no one really offered him a scholarship. So you have to believe players will follow. What I'm going to do right now, and it's usually the opposite. You tell stories at clinics, and then you show maybe all the highlights, and then at the end, the coaches want practice drills. Mike, I'm going to give everybody some practice drills that we do right now and explain them, and then we'll have questions after. And like Jay said, our practices are wide open, man. We have Mike O'Corin, Kerry Kittles, Rick Pitino, Mike Fratello, Pete Gillen, Mitch Bonagoro, Sid Johnson. I don't want to go over we just invite everyone in. I want to show my players off. I love my team. I love my staff, and I love my university, and that exudes. So it's all good, and you just have to believe in it and follow it. So just for a practice drill, and we steal all these drills, this 4-second fast break drill, and I just communicated this morning with Donnie Marshall. I remember, we'll pause it right there, Donnie running this drill with Coach Calhoun back in the day at UConn. You put 4 seconds on the clock, and I'm really not into like guys that make excuses. Well, we don't have a clock. Well, then you know what? Use your watch. And if you don't have a watch, well, you have a cell phone. And you put 4 seconds on the clock, and there's going to be a player at both elbows and both blocks. Coach throws it up, and now we have the outlet pass with our hands above our head. We snap. Coach Nurse from the Toronto Raptors talks about the velocity of their passes, and we talk about it all the time. The velocity of the outlet is going to affect how fast our break is. So you have to do this in 4 seconds. So outlet, the point guard tries to extends himself as far as he can while he sees what's in front of him. The tough one is the opposite elbow runs to the sideline, and in this first one, he does it incorrectly. He should put his back to the basket. This time, Xavier Malone, I think it is, doesn't do that. But as we go on, we'll get better. Watch. Outlet. So now you can see number 5. He's got the toughest run. He's got to get to the sideline. Stop. He doesn't put his back to the sideline. Our 5 is running rim to rim, and our rebounder must catch the ball out of the rim. So we advance it, stop. Our 5-man is running rim to rim. Coach Lapis is under the basket. Maybe he's going to take a charge or block a shot. No. And now it's I don't like the one-hand stuff, but right now we're just getting going. We have music playing. We're flying right now. You can hear the buzzer. So at 4 seconds, and we're not like, if they miss it, with a bad pass or a fumble, you're not going to do it. But if they're right at that buzzer, we'll take it. Here we go. Next group. 4 seconds. Coach Hamburger throws the ball up. Outlet. Now watch. Now BJ Saliva is not close enough, but he still puts his back to the sidelines, and that's a proper position. Mark Datica running rim to rim. And you can see this 2 seconds. So by the time that ball was touched, we have the ball in the paint in 2 seconds. It's really hard to play good transition defense in 2 seconds. It almost takes him longer to score the ball than it does to get the ball 90 feet up the court. Last one, 4-second drill. That's better. Now we're on the sidelines. And now we're down the middle. Danny Rodriguez, off layup, we'll take it. Now, guys, real quick, we'll let it run. 4-second fast break. While we're doing this, you're conditioning these guys. They don't even know they're running sprints. Jay runs sprints on shot fakes. Our guys will be running marathons, but they're running sprints right now. Now we go up and back 9 seconds. It's a little bit technical at the end. Here we go. As soon as the ball goes up, we're running, baby. So now our spacing is better. Stop it. So when BJ made that pass for the assist, now he becomes the point guard. The other guard goes back to the sideline. Got to do it in 9. We give him an extra second for that rebound. Come on, Mark Datica. Kind of a low outlet. Passes up. Buzzer. Pretty good. So that's our 9. It goes 9 seconds, then 20. Again, these guys are running. They don't even know it. If the guy's late, make the bounce pass. Now you go down and back, and you do it twice. So again, it's really, some days we don't have a clock. We just count it down out loud. But we just it's running, man. We're just going. I like the layup to be stronger, but we don't want to dunk it because it's hard to rebound a dunk on the 22nd. So we lay it in. If you have guys that can't dunk, the last one you can. Old school, guys. 3-line weave. And again, we have play sight here, so we can get different angles. So you'll be able to see this a little bit better. And I think you can see our coaches, they have intensity, and if there's no walking, I think that's Caleb Bishop. If we catch on the top left, if we catch guys walking, there's no walking. There's no walking. Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go. Our manager's even in a good position. And here we go. Full speed. Okay? It's not your grandfather's 3-line weave. We're going full speed. Again, Elijah Williams. We should be on him there. It's just a soft one-handed layup. But we're getting loose. This is early. Come on, baby. Let's go. Colin to Brandon, Jaleel, and we're just talking to the guys. Snap the pass. Last pass is a bounce pass. Just gets us thinking about speed and quickness. Gets everybody going. And now we go full court. Everyone out there has seen this. But watch how fast these guys are running. Very little wasted motion. It sets the tone. It conditions. Even if you don't run, you're conditioning your team with these drills. Snap the pass. Step and snap. Too many one. I think that's Elijah. I'm going to call him up and get on Elijah now if they're watching these. Come on, man. We got to be strong. Elijah from Evanston, Illinois. One of our really, really good players. He'll be a senior captain. It's good stuff. Last one here. And the coaches are imploring, they're talking. You know, our practice is like Jay said. If a blind man came to our practice, he'd know we were an active, exciting team. Louisiana. Guys, we name all of our plays by the first letter. So most of our coaches know it by now. But Louisiana just means we're just running lanes and we're going to score. So Louisiana 1-2 means we're going to make one outlet and kick it and score as quickly as possible. Sometimes you think about your secondary break and it slows you down. We want to go fast. And then if we need a secondary break, we'll go to the secondary break. So Louisiana, you have 5-on-0, 2-hand rebound, outlet, Jaleel, and he's just looking up at the first guy. He sees Caleb Bishop, 2,000-point scorers, and a nice finish. So it's just Louisiana, and then as we go on, we'll progress to different options. Santa, Darren Savino, he's now with UCLA. I helped hire him at Seton Hall, and he didn't want to leave Marist High School. He's the associate head coach at UCLA. We talk about Santa in our neighborhoods in North Bergen and in Jersey City. Didn't come down the chimney. We didn't have a chimney. He came in the back door. So if you hear Santa, that means back door. So Darnell Edge was really, really good at this. So especially in transition, we'll push it, stop, And right there, if Brandon Powell's a good shooter, watch Coach Lapis will come out to the shooter, will dribble at him, and get backdoors early in transition. You don't see it. You see it the Princeton stuff and all of the Golden State Warriors. But in transition, we get that. And then we'll get the one more to the corner. Stop. BJ should be in the deep corner in case you can't make the layup. So that's our Santa break. First three, we're just going to push it, and we're going to shoot the first three. The key on this is everybody else is rebounding. So we're going right up, stop. These two rebounders in the corner and trailing have to just be ready. It's amazing on tape how all these shots go in. But we're rebounding. We cover the rim. We have three players on the rim. Outlet, we go both sides. Again, we should be running to the line, but our guys have the green light. And when players have confidence, they do more. We're just going to reverse it. Snap the pass. Velocity of your pass. Nick Nurse. Always give credit when you steal drills. But they work for everyone. Quick ball reversal. Now we're just going to come down a little bit more than just a quick ball reversal. Let's watch this. We're going to come down now. We don't have anything. Defense is good. We reverse it. And right here, we're going to come in ball screen and go into our early offense. And it's a ball screen continuity where we roll, we Santa cut, we pull, we ball screen, and on the second whistle, Oscar makes a kind of a one-hand pass, maybe not realistic, but on the second whistle, we score the ball. Dribble handoff ball screen. So now you're flying down the court. People are not set. They're not prepared. Stop. So we're going to dribble handoff, and the trail big is going to get them. This is hard to guard. You have to, defensively, it's 3-on-3 in a really close quarters. Your shooters at the top, very much spaced. He left early on the ball screen, and now we go into Reed Nosbish out of Elgin, our Chicago stuff, where we hand it off ball screen. Again, all players. Baker, was an assistant at Villanova. He's got really talented guards and players at Quinnipiac. But if you don't have talented players, this offense is good because you're just dribbling it once and handing it off. Dribbling it once and handing it off. And then you're going to turn the corner. They're going to make a mistake. You turn the corner and finish. So there's a lot. I'm throwing a lot at you at once, but you can just see the pace of our practice. You can see the speed, but there's a method to our madness. There really is. Right now, 5-second fast break. Put 5 seconds on the clock and play 5-on-5 live. Shell drill Billy Herrian, or you can play the Joey Gallo zone. But on the shot, when we get the rebound, a clean rebound, we have to get a shot off in 5 seconds. So we're playing live here. So you can go, the white team can be going scout offense. You could be running whatever. Next year, we're playing some great games. I think Bruce Hamburg is killing me. I think we're going to Virginia, VCU, and Westfield. We're going down south. So we're going to run right here our opponent's offense, and we're going to guard it. Come on, baby. Play harder. Talk to him. Dribble at him, Santa. Good. We went body to body. We took it away. So we try to pressure the basketball. Ball screen X. We're switching. Caleb Bishop. Elijah could have stepped up and stalled. But now we're playing defense, so there's a lot of defense. X. X means switch. We're in trouble here. But you can see Jaleel under the basket getting ready to cover. sprints back out. So we're running our continuity break. But as soon as they shoot it, help. Good, Caleb. As soon as they shoot it, if they ever do, we have to score in 5 seconds. Stop it. Turnover. Our rule is when you steal it, you pass it. So when you pass it, that means other guys are going to run. They trust. We call it, sharing and caring. You have to believe that your teammate's going to give you the ball. So now you can look at the clock. I don't know why we have 10 seconds on the clock, but let's see how long it takes us to get a shot off. There's 10 on the clock. Darius Stokes screwed up the clock. I'm sorry, Darius. I love you. But get on your assistants. Everyone has a job to do. And that clock has to be at a number so that we go minus. But right now we're at 2. Okay, that's just one kid just beating everybody down the floor. And Jaleel Jenkins is capable of that. So you got to score. Now there's 30 on the clock. He might have been doing it with the stopwatch, but watch how fast the blue team scores. That's Devin Dunn on the ball. Good pressure. Good closeout by Elijah. Box out, fight. Now we got to score in 5 seconds. 3. Okay, good. Xavier Malone Key to Elijah Williams. So again, you put, now if you don't, the question might be, if you don't get a shot off in 5 seconds, the buzzer goes, and then you just keep playing offense. So you don't stop the drill, but you try, and trust me, we get shots off in 2 and 3 seconds. So we're trying to score early and often. Most times when you do that, you're going to get your best shot. And again, in conference the last 2 years, we've led the conference in field goal percentage and 3-point field goal percentage in the conference. We have to get better out of the conference, and maybe not playing Kentucky and Notre Dame would help. But here are game situations. Here, as we call it, red. We really think that our fast break starts with our defense. So we're playing red defense here. We're pressuring the ball, and we're overplaying wings. Inside denial, guard to guard. So see, Jaleel Jenkins is denying. Here comes Xavier Malone. Doesn't get through it, but he's there. Now on this cross-court pass, stop. Jaleel Jenkins inside denial is Bob Knight. Back when I was at Merrimack College, and Bert Hamill, God rest his soul, was the coach, took this, and it was an inside hand denial instead of closed. So these guys will steal the ball just like that with the inside hand, guard to guard, because you're also in a good position to help and protect our elbows. But again, this is why we have good high percentages, and we get to the foul line. Same thing. We're at Merrimack, the Volpe Complex. I mean, again, Joey, I'm very proud to be an alum. Steal it. When you steal it, he's looking up. Look up. Look up. Next one. Denial. Pressure on the ball. That's how we play. And at the end of the year, we got back to this. But again, you have to believe in this. Tony Bennett, pack line. Joey Gallo, tremendous zone. Billy Herrian, man-to-man. All, Jay Young, just man-to-man. And maybe a little more conservative. We're a little bit more. That's Devin Dunn, a freshman. It's a hard place to score from just about 40 feet out with a guy in your mix. Caleb Bishop denies it, kills it, and then here we go. So our defense, and here's our black defense. We'll go through it quickly. We'll trap, pick and roll, and step up. Collateral damage. Again, we're going after people. At home, we go after people. On the road, we'll play a little more conservatively. But this is a close game, and we're not afraid. There's 23 seconds to go. We blacked it, meaning we trapped it. So we're not sitting back. We're overplaying the wing. So right now, instead of letting our opponent just run whatever they want, we're in them. Again, kind of a soft black. Brandon Rush, a freshman from Ohio. But we're guess what? Keeping them uncomfortable. And now we're going the other way in a big spot. And then you have to, you need players to make plays. Again, inside hand. So the better you are defensively, obviously, and rebounding, now you're going to be able to run the fast break. We have one or two more here, and then we'll go into some of our named breaks. But this is how I think, people think you run fast break. Well, guess what? You better stop people. And then once you get it, you start sniffing it. And that was a great illustration of just stealing it and passing it, and then having good players to finish. There's Elijah Williams. Now we just go into transition. This is at DePaul. We run on everyone. Stop it. Boom. That's the 4-second fast break right there in Chicago at DePaul. And DePaul was playing great basketball there early in the season. Gather yourself and finish. Caleb Bishop he says he averaged 10 a game. I know he averaged 4 or 5 at St. Anthony's, and he scored just about 1,200 points at Fairleigh Dickinson. Your players, the faster you play, they'll improve faster. Now, again, everyone might not agree with that, but that's my philosophy, and that's the way we do it. If you want to go slow and stop and teach, you have every right to do that. But, that's not me. Again, we're at LaSalle. Play good schedules, man. Play people. And it's going to help you. Again, look at them. Rebound, outlet, a little confusion. Nothing's perfect. But we're down. We cut it to 5. Let's go, baby. We'll double down in the post. But right here, we just get a clean rebound, outlet. His back is to the sideline. Just like in the 4-second fast break, Donnie Marshall. And then you run and you will get the ball. Sorry for that buzzing. My assistant here, Trey, can we go without the volume potentially? But again, we just want to, and kids that you recruit, I guess the crowd excited. You want to play fast, you want to steal it, but you don't want to gamble. And that's when we get in trouble, when we gamble and don't guard. Here we are at Notre Dame. Long rebounds, baby. On long threes are long rebounds. So we really look, again, this is 2 freshmen right here. Freshman with the ball, freshman on the left wing, and a senior running the floor. First 3, go back to the beginning of our clinic. That's a freshman. We give him freedom. And you can see Elijah Williams on a miss. We're still covering that rim. Solid 2-hand rebound. If you have a really good point guard, get it in his hands. One more. Great shot fake. Freshman, Devin Dunn. Well, give these guys confidence. When you give them confidence, they become different players. At Kentucky, we run. Don't look at the score. Just keep playing, no matter what. But the experience to play at a Rupp Arena, we played Villanova, played, I think, 6 or 7 past national champions. Let your good players break out on rebounds. Elijah Williams is really good at this. So this is a 6.5 load that got a rebound. Look at the snap. I mean, that's big time. Velocity on your pass. We have nothing. Look for your first three. Freshman, Rupp Arena. Back screen. Elijah's there. Elijah busts it. Looks up. Now watch. Now you see. Now it's a 2-on-1, and Xavier Malone pass fakes it here, I think, and he goes for it. Let these guys play, especially when it goes in. Great. I know. Just a tremendous effort on the closeout. And I know we jumped and we fly, but if your kids are playing hard, great things are going to happen. We play every second of every possession. With 55 seconds to go, we're down 11. We think we can win. We're going, timeout. It's 9. It's a 3-possession game with 49 seconds to go. Always have faith. Good rebound. Freshman. Mark Datica. Outlet. Good find. Now, here's something that we talk about a lot. Don't pass the ball if you're not guarded. But when you are guarded, you must pass the ball. So Jalil's not guarded here. Now he is, and now he drops it. Our defense creates our offense. At DePaul. Now we're in zone. Matt, to say I'm just a man-to-man guy or a zone guy, I respect it. I mean, I really, really respect it. But I think change is good. This world is obviously changing in front of us on a daily basis. Players are used to change. So now we go zone, we get a deflection, and we're passing it. So if they hold on to the ball on a steal, they know, and this is great, when a kid from Evanston, Illinois can take the ball and just make plays, it's just good. It's good. Again, we pass fake. Watch the pass fake. They bite on it, and we shoot it. And we have spacing. Jalil's ready. We're ready to reverse the ball. So it's all good. Really poor defense, sloppy. We get lucky. At Fordham, great rebound, outlet. Let's push. You're playing an Atlantic 10 team. It doesn't basketball. These guys play against each other in AAU. Share the ball. One more. Look for one another, and it becomes contagious. Sharing is caring. Here we go. I don't know if you saw it, but as Elijah rebounded, he turned his hips in the air instead of rebounding with his face to the baseline, which gives him an extra second. But if you have a power point guard like that, now we don't, okay, let's just take our time, respect the defense. But if you're not being played, and I'm standing right there, you got to let you guys go. And now we're carving out space for offensive rebounds. When you get pressured, it's an opportunity for a dunk or an open three. So don't worry about if your kids can't handle pressure, you're in trouble. You have to embrace pressure. Embrace it. You're going to have it your whole life. So we get pressed here by a really good Mount St. Mary's to play in. And again, if you have a good point guard, you get out of it, and now we're going to let him go. So we're not going to pull it out, get covered, and now we find somebody. So when we see pressure, we're trying to get a layup or an open three. We'll go back. Here's our ball screen continuity. Everyone kind of knows. A lot of people run it. Ball screen, pull, freshman Danny Rodriguez, freshman Caleb Baker, Danny Rodriguez, Hudson Catholic, Powers, shot fake. That's good stuff. Again, we don't have, now if we're not, we don't run 100 miles an hour every possession. It's impossible. Now we got to deal with a really good defensive team here. This is Robert Morris on our conference. Slip. We slip. And we catch them napping. That doesn't happen too often against a really good team of Robert Morris. Here we go. Brandon Powell, sophomore. Believe in your young guys, because your young guys are your future. Reverse. Roll, pull. And there's motion. There's continuity. Refuse. Get rid of it. Now you can go one-on-one because you have the defense moving. Danny Rodriguez with a pretty good offensive move himself. Now here's the dribble handoff ball screen we were talking about at Providence. Handoff, ball screen. Now they switch. Handoff. We don't locate the switch. Ball screen. Catch them napping. Like Baker said, they go under. Let your shooters shoot. At Rutgers. And instead of the handoff, you can go Santa. But you fast, like right here, Darnell Edge and Jaleel are set up for a backdoor for Darnell, but he goes for the handoff, fakes the handoff, and we get a layup against a really good defensive team. Now this year, guys, the UCLA action it's really my favorite secondary break because it really shows my entire career as a coach. George Blaney taught me how to just reverse the ball quickly. So we reverse it. Don Doucette taught me the flex. So on the reversal, we should be Mike Holloway setting a kind of a flex screen for Darnell Edge. Stop. When I was a young boy, John Wooden ran the UCLA high post offense. PJ did it at Seton Hall. So now we come up, and now we're UCLA. Great options here. And then what Mike Holloway is doing when he screens on Darnell is Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade used to set the screen, use the screen, and then on the catch, Mike's, I don't know why Mike's doing this, but he remembers that it's a quick ball screen. So that entire offense, secondary break, is really, I've taken all the great parts of all the great breaks and try to put them together. And now you have your best guy with the ball and a really good screener. That's your two-man. Mike rolls, and then we're pulling. Elijah looks in. I don't know why. Look at the position Mike Holloway has. Again, Hall of Fame player. He won two championships and signed a contract and has a meaningful degree. Xavier Malone pulls it. Good thing he made that shot. Again, UCLA, flex, UCLA, pop, ball screen, roll, pull. And by now you have a chance to break down people. Now we're inside out. We're 4 out, 1 in. Elijah's looking to pass it. Boom. Big time move. I've had great assistants. Grant Billmeyer, Winston Smith, Pat Sellers. Our big guy right now, Mo Joseph, just work every day on the post moves. Look at that. That's just really good stuff. That's how we play. Mike, just a few things. Can I go over my thoughts and then we'll go to questions and answers?
Coach, that's perfect. Whatever you want to do. As soon as you're done with this, we'll go to some Q&A.
Mike, that's why you were great. That's why you were a great assistant. Just tell me. You tell me what I wanted to hear all the time. But again, just to go over it, Mike, and all the coaches, just do it your way. My grandfather babysat Frank Sinatra, and if I had a nickel for every time I listened to My Way, I'd be a rich man. But I think you have to do it your way. And I'm not Sinatra. I do it my way. And I think when you do that, the players feed off of that. Believe in whatever you do, and your players will respond and gravitate to you. It's crucial. Your fast break starts on the defensive end. You have to grind and guard. We need to do a better job of that. But again, the end result is a championship. You're not going to shut – one of our lines is we're not going to shut anybody out. So, we're going to make mistakes, but we got to play defense and rebound, and that starts our break. So we deny, we trap, long rebounds, clean, hard rebounds. We know we're going. Again, you steal it, you pass it. That creates the culture of sharing and caring. Run to score. Don't run to run your break. So just run to score. Velocity on your reversal pass is absolutely essential. Get on your players about snapping, stepping, and you saw Elijah Williams did it in the three-quarter court pass. Step and snap your passes. Attack the rim. Big men must run. And that's probably where you might have your biggest advantage. Can you pull it down? If you have bigs that run, look at the Celtics. How many championships did they win? And they had big guys, that ran. And in totality, it's not up on the screen, and I think my guy Whit LeJour is out there, is our fast break is our press break. So when we work on our press break, it really is a fast break. So some people work on their press break just to get it over half court. No, our press break is a fast break. I work with great people. At Fairleigh Dickinson, our women's coach came from Fordham, Coach Ange. I don't even know how to pronounce her last name, but she's a great coach. I go to just about all of her practices for a minute to 5 minutes. Of great defensive coach. That's what she believes in. And I try to take from everyone, from Don Deuce, the people that I've worked for, Billy Herenda. And then we all have friends, and we all, steal stuff. We steal what we like when we watch TV. Just you can pick things up every day, every second. And I know there's so many people out there that are way better coaches than I. But we have a platform, and I think it's important to share and to become better basketball coaches, Mike.
Yeah. Cool, Coach. That was awesome. Thank you so much. I have some questions that have been coming through that I've been going through here. So, but before I do that, I just want to say, when I first met you, I think you know one of the things that sticks out is your passion and your energy is just contagious, and I felt it in that 45-minute talk that you just gave. And I think it's evident when I watch. I've obviously continued to watch your teams play over the last however many years it's been since I worked with you. It's crazy. It's been so many years, but I think that's evident in watching how hard your teams play, and it just is a reflection of the type of person you are.
Well, I appreciate that. When you're not smart and you're not good looking, you better do it hard and love it. But no, sir, Mike, it comes from my family. It's in your genes, and some people are passionate, but they don't show it. I'm a Jersey guy. I'm a Division I coach in the great state. We've got to the tournament. I was on one shining moment I did a commencement speech for our university. I'm so lucky, but I think luck is a product of diligence. And for 36 years, I was an assistant for 22 years. So for people out there, you just keep working and working and loving and doing, and then good things will happen to you. I was in a hospital in San Antonio, and 10 months later, we will win an NCAA game. So the road is not easy.
Definitely.
And I think if you embrace that pressure and those difficult moments, then the great moments will come. And I think that's where our country is right now. We're in a difficult moment. We need to there's so many people doing so many great things, but I don't want to go on forever.
Yeah,
Mike.
no, definitely. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, Coach, if that's okay.
Yeah.
A couple things that came through.
Sure.
One is, how much time per week do you spend in practice or per practice working on that, like fast break, and conditioning drills that you do? How much time do you spend on that?
Well, I think I'd say early, it's close to 15 to 20 minutes, but then we never stop. Like if you come to our practices, and I'm at Herenda at fdu.edu, and people can, and I did the virtual clinic for Lee Klein. I just love interacting with people, but you can come to our practices. We don't stop, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in shape. We don't run our guys. So we're running on every rebound. We are running. And I think it's just a way of life. And now after 7 years, we have a culture. So I think we do the drills early, but then we run all day and all night.
That's awesome. Second question, do you have a designated person taking the ball out of bounds, or is it whoever's closest?
Billy Herrion and I used to argue all the time. Should the 5-man or the 4-man? And he wanted the 4-man. I don't care who takes it out. I just want the guy closest to the ball, which is usually your 4 or your 5-man. Just get it and go. I just think it's such an over thought question, and I'm not taking a shot at the question, but my answer is they all can take it out of bounds. They all have that ability, but more often than not, you want your guards to run out, so your 4s and 5s probably take it out more. But I don't really get. And then another question from that is, well, on a make, what do you run on a make and a miss? And I'm like, I want to score, so we run to score. If we don't have anything, then we're going to run our secondary. If we don't have anything, then we're going to get into a set. And then if we don't have anything, we're going to go to an EOC, end of clock situations. And so, yeah, I don't get bogged down in a lot of who's taking it out and what the kids want to go and they want to play. And that's how you recruit good players as well.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things that is interesting to me, and a question came up, and this isn't my question. It came up for somebody else, but it made me think about this. I think one of the things that you've done throughout your career is, I guess, what they call like a rebuild. You've taken a lot of programs that weren't in necessarily a great spot when you got there, and you've transformed them. So I just kind of be interested to hear your thoughts on that, and taking how to make a young team or a new team believe in you, believe in your philosophy, have chemistry, believe in each other, and kind of how you've done that.
Mike, it's a great question, and you answered it by asking it. It's belief and vision, and I really, like my first win as a Division I coach after we beat Caldwell, and then we went to Arizona and lost by 50 points. And I came back on the plane, and then the next week we played at Rutgers and at Seton Hall, and we won both of those games. And I really believe that we can win those games, and then the players think it. So it's just, we talk about championships, we talk about pro contracts, we talk about. I think you have to really just believe it and create that environment. And now, we call ourselves a championship program again. Tom Green won many championships. So, and everyone out there hopefully is either winning a championship, about to, or has, I think it's contagious. You know, I think the talent level in every league, whether you're in the ACC, the NEC, the Northeast 10, or a high school league, they're great teams. I get that. But, you know, if you're in a league, you got to believe that you can win it, and the players will believe, and then you have to have a plan. And we have a method to our madness. And but I just think there's a quality that you can't touch, Mike. But it's just called faith and belief and motivation, and you have to enjoy this. I mean, you got to have fun. Playing basketball, you know, and the kids want to have fun, and it's been successful for us.
Good. Last thing, and you did say this before, but a few people did ask the best way to get in contact with you, and I know you gave your email. Do you mind just saying it again, just to make sure everybody has it?
Sure. It's G and my last name, Herenda, Herenda, at FDU, Fairleigh Dickinson University.edu.
Awesome.
And literally, I mean, our practices are just, you know, Timmy Capstraw from the Nets, Mitch Bonagoro, Billy Carmody. Mike, you've been there.
Mm-hmm.
I just want, like, Mark Coons, who was my great assistant. To be honest with you, I love people to come so I can share my team with them. That's how much I respect my players, my assistant coaches, our university, our AD will come down and say hello. So we're the Division I program that you can reach out and touch, Mike, in the metropolitan area. And, you know, obviously, Mike, you're very welcome to come. I can't thank you for what you do, man. My dad, just like Jay, my dad died at the age of 50. I had a heart attack going to work, and if there was a defibrillator, he was right out there in the public, and no one really could save him. So what you do, man, is so much more important than basketball, and you were put on this earth to do something special, and you are doing it. I'm very proud of you, Mike, and want to thank you for having me here today. I
appreciate it, Coach. Thanks for your time. It's been great catching up with you, and I'm excited to, once this pandemic passes, we'll see you soon.
Thanks so much, Mike. Peace.
All right, Coach. Thank you.